Will a batter be out if the ball knocks off their helmet and it falls onto the stumps? Many of you might have recently seen a reel featuring Sachin Tendulkar speaking about this. He presented it as an example of the injustice shown toward batters. This was his question.
Batsman is batting and gets hit on his helmet. The helmet falls on the stump. Batsman is given out. Okay?
Right.
If a fielder catches a ball at long on, inside the boundary line, everything is legitimate. But after taking the catch, his cap falls on the other side of the rope. Tell me what it is.
Let's look at the cricket law regarding this situation. There's also a twist in the rule regarding helmets, which we'll explain at the end. Welcome to Cricket and Critics. First, let's discuss the catch scenario. If a fielder's cap falls off while attempting a catch and crosses the boundary, does that create an unfair advantage? If the cap accidentally falls off and lands beyond the boundary, does it grant the fielder an advantage? Not at all. If the cap touches the ground beyond the boundary, the catch will not be considered invalid. Even if the fielder deliberately removes their cap and drops it, there is no penalty unless the ball makes contact with the detached cap. Now let's talk about the helmet situation. This is how the law was originally written. The wicket is broken fairly if a bail is completely removed from the top of the stumps, or a stump is struck out of the ground by the striker's person, or by any part of his/her clothing or equipment becoming detached from his/her person. In 2019, an amendment was introduced. However, any detached equipment shall not include the striker's protective helmet or any part thereof. This means that a batter's helmet or its detached parts are excluded from the list of objects that, if detached, can break the wicket. In simple terms, according to the fundamental cricket laws, if a batter's helmet or its parts fall onto the stumps, it does not count as breaking the wicket. Hence, the batter is not out. What does falling directly mean? It doesn't mean the helmet must fall onto the stumps without touching the ground. Even if the helmet falls off and lands on the ground, and the batter accidentally kicks the ball to protect the wicket, causing the helmet to hit the stumps, this law wouldn't apply. Why was the helmet removed from this law? None of us can forget the tragic incident involving Philip Hughes, the Australian batter who was struck by a ball on the back of his neck despite wearing a helmet. Sadly, he passed away due to the injury. After that incident, helmet designs were significantly modified to include additional flaps that cover the back of the neck, providing better protection to players. But these additional fittings increase the chances of parts detaching and falling onto the stumps after impact. To encourage the use of helmets and safety equipment, the MCC amended the laws so that if a helmet or its detached parts hit the stumps, the batter is not out. This was a very welcome change, wasn't it? But here's the twist. Neither the ICC nor the BCCI has updated their playing conditions to reflect this law change. This means that according to ICC playing conditions, which govern test matches, ODIs and T20 internationals, a batter will still be out if their helmet or its parts fall onto the stumps. The ICC T20 international playing conditions clearly state that if a helmet, its grill or any of its parts fall onto the stumps, the wicket is considered broken and the batter is out. Why hasn't the ICC updated this rule? Generally, when the MCC introduces a law change, it is immediately incorporated into ICC playing conditions. For example, in 2021, a new rule stated that when a batter is out caught, the incoming batter must take strike even if the batter's crossed before the catch. This rule was instantly adopted into all ICC playing conditions. But why hasn't the helmet rule, which is meant to promote player safety, been adopted yet? It's unclear why the ICC and BCCI are ignoring this crucial rule change. Hopefully, they will update the playing conditions soon. And that would also address Sachin Tendulkar's concerns. In the meantime, in our local tournaments, we should ensure that our playing conditions align with the MCC laws rather than ICC playing conditions. Player safety should never be compromised for any reason. This video is available on Cricket and Critics YouTube, Instagram and Facebook pages. Many people are watching the videos, but the follower count is still low. It seems many assume they've already followed the page, but in reality, they haven't. Please follow and subscribe to support the channel. See you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.